Hi everyone and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm going to show you why the Collectables pad from my collection is so amazing and what you can do only with this type of product. And to showcase it, I'm going to create a trifold window card. So I'm starting by creating two cards. I started from a letter-sized cardstock, just white cardstock here that I cut out at 5.5, and now I'm going to use my scoring board and score it in half. So from one letter-sized cardstock I end up with two cards. I'm going to fold them in half, reinforce that scoring line, and then this is the easiest way to create a trifold card by starting from two standard cards. So all I have to do is just stick one inside the other like so. Now to stick those two cards together, I'm going to use some double-sided tape on one side of the card, and you can definitely use liquid glue. Maybe using liquid glue is even better because it's going to allow for some sliding one inside the other to make sure that they are aligned perfectly. But as I say in other videos, I do have tons of this double-sided tape and I need to use it in my projects. So I'm going to peel it off, stick it inside, making sure that everything is nicely aligned, and I do have the base for my trifold card. Now, as you close the first flap inside, maybe you need to trim just a hair out of it. You don't need to measure, just less than 1/8 of an inch will do the trick, and it is going to fold nicely without an issue at all. Now I'm going to use one of my circle dies to create a window on the front flap, and then I will also create another circle on the second flap. I will show you how to do that. So I'm securing my die on top of the first flap with some low tack tape, and then I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine, making sure of course that all the card is open. I don't want to cut out through all the three layers. Now use the circle that we have cut out and place it inside that window. Secure it on the second flap like so. And this way you know exactly where you are supposed to cut out the second window. Again, use some low tack tape to hold everything in place. Make sure that you open up completely your card as you want to cut out the window only on this flap, and you will end up with two windows that match when you close the flaps one on top of the other. And the idea is to create a card that kind of looks like a shadow box, where you have lots of layers that build up as you close and open the flaps. And I have here my 8x8 Welcome Home paper pad. I'm going to use one of the papers from this collection, from this pad, and I absolutely love that adorable house in the suburbs. So I will use the exact same circle die that I used to cut out the windows on my card, and I will place it here. You can move it around, decide which part of the design you want, and then secure it down and run it through your die cutting machine. I'm going to use my tape runner at the back and then place it inside the circle. This is going to fit perfectly there, so you can align it super easy. It's just going to fall inside. And now I'm going to bring in my collectables from the same Welcome Home collection, and this is amazing, not because it's going to give you so many different images to mix and match and create your compositions, but if you take a close-up look you will realize that you get the same image front and back, which means that when you cut out an image that you like, you don't have a bad side. Plus you can use it left or right depending on how it matches your composition. So for example, if I cut out the fence, I can place it here, and when I open the window at the back, you will not have a bad side. This is perfect for window cards, for shadow boxes that you want to see the back. It is something that you cannot do with any other pattern paper out there, and you cannot do it either with stamps. If you stamp something and you cut it out, maybe you color it with alcohol markers, then you will see the back and it's going to be really ugly, or you have to cover it up with another piece of white cardstock. In this case, you do get an image front and back, and you will see how beautiful it's going to show. So now I'm going to use my scissors and fuzzy cut the images that I picked. I am leaving a little white border all around. This is going to make my life easier. If you do have a scan and cut, it's going to be perfect for this type of pads. The collectables are perfect for using them in your scan and cut because you will end up with a bunch of images that have front and back at once. So I'm doing it the old way, and by the magic of video editing, here are all the images that I have cut out from this pad. So I did cut out the bicycle, but you said didn't do the perfect job. I don't mind about the inside blank spaces. Then I have the birdhouse, a couple of pots with flowers, and the fence. And I'm not going to lie, I did spend a lot of time cutting out the fence because for some reason I wanted to cut out all those inside pieces. But really, if you do have a scan and cut, this job is going to be super simple, and I'm thinking of investing in one. And if you do have a scan and cut, let me know in the comments below your thoughts and what I should look for, the models and everything, because I'm really thinking to get one just for the collectible pads. So you see here I have down the little birdhouse, and you can see it front and back no matter how you open and close the flaps. At this point it is just a matter of where you decide to stick all the different elements to build up your scenes. You can stick them front, back. There are no limitations really because you don't have a bad side on the little cutouts. And after so many years and years of creating cards, this is the first time I have this freedom with die cuts on window cards. And you can probably tell why I am so excited. So here is how my scene is built up to now. And I still have to add those pots as well as the bird. There are plenty of images, lots of options on the pad to use and create scenes. You will find doors, you will find windows, lots of pots, butterflies. You will find many animals, cats and dogs, different sizes, which are going to allow for many different compositions. And I absolutely love how you can see the bird looking through the window when you open the first flap. Now finally I'm going to stick that pot there, and I will embellish a little bit the front where I'm going to add my sentiment. Now this is a card perfect for spring and for any occasion really, depending of course on the sentiment that you use. And to embellish the front I'm going to add a couple of flowers that I cut out from the same pad. And I will also add this little label that says happiness on one side. Again, this is from the same pad, but when you cut it out, you will find that on one side it says happiness, on the other side it has the lovely border, the same frame, but inside it is empty, so you can stamp whatever you like if you wish. So here is a close-up look on this adorable trifold window card where you cannot find the bad side no matter what way you are looking at it. There is plenty of space here to write your message. You can tell I'm super excited with this card. I absolutely love how it came out, and although I added so many elements, I was able to keep it yet clean and simple. Just like always, you will find the full list of all the supplies that I used down below in the description. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Don't forget to leave me a comment and like the video. It really helps, and I'll see you all next time.